age. Chill out, woman. What I need with this Christmas game is just another day. People make too big a deal about it anyway.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a Very MacGyver Christmas on the Video Rangers podcast. I'm Mike Spinacos. Sitting beside me is Chris Dietz. Say hello, Chris.
Hello everybody, this is the Video Rangers podcast. It's on our Star Wars weekend and MacGyver Christmas.
Yeah, it's a lot of science for 1 week.
It is. It's a very special week.
Yeah. Doesn't get much better than that. MacGyver Christmas and Star Wars Rouge One. Yeah.
I think we're going to start with MacGyver because the show of the week.
Yeah, the show. Change it up for Christmas. We do a little bit of everything.
We do the MacGyver Christmas special. It was
not?
Disappointing.
Yeah. Not a whole lot.
You know, he didn't make a bomb out of gum wrapper and paper clips.
He didn't
slingshot or something.
Take over an Al-Qaeda base with Christmas wrapping. None of that.
It was very just blah.
Yeah, wasn't as
that Christmas spirit episode or just kind of corny.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
But
he had one little maneuver where he made something which was really lame.
Yeah, that they just kind of threw in there. But you did get a full episode of MacGyver's hair, which was nice.
Richard Dean Anderson, he got that hockey mullet. He's a handsome fellow. Yeah, most of these guys are.
Yeah.
Big hockey fan.
Another hockey. How is hockey showing up so much lately in this fucking show?
Yeah, that's true. There you go.
Young blood to MacGyver.
Blood to MacGyver.
So what we're looking at here is the one and only MacGyver Christmas episode.
The one and only.
It takes place in Season 5, Episode 11, and it's called The Madonna. Mm-hmm. It aired on December 18th, 1989. And it's got a runtime of 48 minutes.
All right.
48 minutes of the best man in the Phoenix Foundation.
Yeah, I know everyone's excited about MacGyver Christmas. Yeah. I sure am.
Yes.
This one's going to skyrocket us through the atmosphere here.
It's going to propel us to the top. So in this episode, MacGyver and the kids at the Challengers Club,
Boys and Girls Club.
It's the Boys and Girls Club Challengers Division,
Boys and Girls Club,
are taught the true meaning of Christmas by a mysterious homeless woman.
Yeah,
you know?
Everyone's real pissed off.
Yeah,
the first 40 minutes, everyone is not full of the Christmas spirit at all.
No. But that's not what this episode is about. It's not about people that are already in the Christmas spirit.
No.
We have to get them in the Christmas spirit. And we do that.
They're $2,073 short.
Well, no, that's later on. Basically, what's going on here is Pete
story.
And MacGyver are out buying presents.
Yes.
For the club and the gift drive. And you're also dealing with a woman who is she's director of this particular club.
Yep.
And she's putting on a Christmas show, and they're hoping to take in donations. And there's also another issue going on where they need to renew their lease.
Yes, they need the rent money.
They need a total of $9,000 is what they need.
And they become after the show they're still $2,000 short.
Yeah.
After donations are in.
But you got that. There's a lot of stories going on here. You got this story. Then you've got there's a Madonna or a...
the very beginning.
Very beginning, yes. There's a statue in a church.
Yes.
That is stolen.
Oh.
All you hear is a little squeaky sound.
Squeaky wheel.
You know, and then next thing you know, this statue's gone.
Who could have taken it?
So you got that going on. So you know that already we have to save the school or the hangout, the Boys and Girls Club. Sorry. You got to save the club. You got to find this thing. And you got to make a bunch of people find the Christmas spirit all at the same time. That's a lot of ins and outs going on
after
here.
After the statue is stolen, you find Pete and MacGyver putting Christmas gifts in the van for the club, and the old homeless woman is like robbed of her cart.
Yeah, she's being attacked by street toughs.
By street toughs.
And
MacGyver goes into action and chases them down.
Yep.
Chases them away.
Yep.
She gets her cart back.
Says, "Merry Christmas, you punks."
Yeah. So they bring her to the Boys and Girls Club, which I guess homeless people are allowed to live at too.
Yeah.
She just lives there after that. And she got like a little mark. She had a boo-boo on her hand.
Well, when they knocked her down, that was a nasty gash, man. Nasty gash in the palm of her hand. So, and they offer to take her. They have to take her in.
She got nowhere else to go.
You know,
so
you know who else had nowhere else to go?
Nice. Who's that?
You went to church school.
Oh, yes. Mary and Joseph.
Yes, they had nowhere else to go.
It's true. I forgot.
No room left at the inn.
How could I forget?
But there is room at the Boys and Girls Club.
Sure.
You can get a hot meal and do whatever you feel.
Gives you that.
Or is that another? That's the YMCA.
This episode is not like any MacGyver you've seen.
No, not at all.
There's sure a lot of people are disappointed.
Duct tape and explosions or none of that.
Nothing exciting. Really.
No, it's totally and now you're into the 5th season, so they've done everything you could possibly think of. They had to be running out of ideas.
So let's do a Christmas episode.
Let's do a Christmas episode.
Fills an episode gap.
So
why not?
You've got Father Lafferty now is on the news, and he's trying to find this statue. MacGyver ends up seeing the newscast, and then he's like, "Oh shit, I know this guy. I grew up with this guy. We gotta go." Oh, MacGyver.
It's in the same town.
Yeah, and they find out. So now they're like, "Oh, well, we're gonna try to find this thing." There's a woman there who's she's not a nun, but she's definitely involved in the church. She's a church lady.
Helper, I don't know.
Yeah, church lady.
Attendant.
And she probably plays the piano there or something.
She's cleaning.
Yeah, and she accuses. What the fuck was that guy's name?
Oh, God.
Do you remember what his name was?
He had some very Italian name. Calaga.
I don't know if he was Italian or if he was Irish. It was weird.
He was the guy who originally carved the statue of Madonna, and
he no longer believes.
He's left the church.
Yes, he's left the church because his wife died.
They think it's him immediately.
And he's lost his faith.
Yes.
So they think it's him. They go check it out. You know,
I don't know.
He doesn't. He denies that he has anything to do with it. Meanwhile, you're also dealing with.
What's next? The kids at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes, so you're dealing with the kid.
The director, they're having.
Yeah.
Things aren't working well there.
Yeah.
Arguments.
Well, the director's husband is no longer with them.
Yes, so that's sad.
So it's a tough time. His name was Booker.
Episode.
Booker's not around. So she's basically running this show, and she's got this one kid that is full of potential, but he's never celebrated Christmas before his whole life, so he doesn't know what the meaning of Christmas is. And his name is Breeze, and he's another street tough but smart kid, full of potential.
He's not hurting anyone in the streets.
No, but he's got that attitude.
Like
I don't need you and nobody.
Yeah, he's very angry.
You don't know nothing about Mr.
Young
Clark.
Angry man.
It was.
You don't know nothing about Mr. Clark. Okay.
So you got that going on. He's got some great lines. It's just the tone of his voice. He just sounds like like Jermaine Jackson.
He's somewhat.
I don't need none of nobody.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Fuck you, Michael. I want to be in front. Does he play the guitar? Is that Tito or Jermaine who plays the guitar?
Oh, there's a guitar and the bass. I don't know who plays the bass.
One of the Jacksons.
I think Jermaine plays the guitar.
One of them? Yeah. I gotta go watch the Jackson movie again. Find out which one of them broke the.
Is it the Jackson 5 and Michael Jackson? Or
No.
He's part of the 5.
Originally,
right?
it's the Jackson 5.
Yes.
Later on, they became the Jacksons, and they added their other brother.
So there was like 6 of them.
Yeah. That's why there's the Jacksons after
Gotcha.
the late 70s. Unfortunately, the Jacksons do not perform at this Christmas show.
No.
No.
It would have been awesome.
No. But as you're going through this episode, you're starting to realize that Carol, the homeless woman, there's something about her, you know?
Yeah, she's a little...
she's got some mystery and some magic.
She might have a little magic, or maybe, you know...
And she's just... You could tell that she's just...
Maybe she's an angel?
Maybe she's an angel. She's the...
Just what these... She's kind of the one who's kind of... the catalyst a little bit, trying to get people a little more...
The one that's still
excited.
Full of hope.
Yeah, trying to get people more... Not excited about Christmas, but just more positive. There's a lot of negativity in the episode. Yeah. Everything they talk about is either we're going to get foreclosed on, or don't accuse me, I didn't steal anything.
Yeah.
Or I don't care, I don't want to do this, I don't care.
You know, to the point where... Now, there's so much mystery about this woman that at one point somebody says that they saw her around the back of the church. And she's, you know, and there's a squeaking sound in the beginning of the movie or the show.
It might be her shopping cart.
Now, it might be her shopping cart. So MacGyver and Pete, you know, kind of, you know, have to ask her if they can search her cart. Now, they do find a statue, but unfortunately it was just David the Gnome. Yeah, she found him on the street after he fell off a Swift's back. And,
is that what happened?
Yes. And so so now they've got her pretty much cleared. Now they've got her pretty much cleared, and then they're kind of lost after that.
Well, then they don't know what to do.
Yeah, then it's like
they've run out of leads.
Poor Father Lafferty is just gonna have to figure this one out, basically.
I don't know how. We'll try to go in order here, I guess. But then, like, the kid kind of quits.
That's another thing.
They're trying to move the stage.
Yeah, trying.
And then he's like, "Oh, the hell with this!
I don't need you with nobody."
And then Carol the Angel, maybe, we don't know.
She says, "I'm gonna go out there."
She
and
finds him.
Yeah, she finds him.
And they play pool. And I thought she was gonna bet him to, like, if I win, you gotta go back and help out. But they kind of just bet for money.
Yeah, they bet for money because they play for high. Well, they play for high stakes.
$5.
Yeah, they play for high stakes in that pool hall.
She cheats. She's a cheater.
Yeah, she cheats, but she cheats with magic, which is where the show.
She might as well just wiggle her nose.
Jumps the shark.
Wiggle her nose and let the ball go.
Yeah, she's
the way she wants.
Fucking from Bewitched.
But not that she cheats and she's just beating him and wins. She just cheats and makes him miss.
Yeah.
And then put the. But that was like.
She makes him scratch.
That could have just happened.
But you know what, though? We don't need to... They had to do it fast. We can't watch an entire game.
Yeah, I suppose. But I was expecting, like, her to like, just, like, bam! Like, oh, corner, 7 straight, bam!
Yeah.
Like, you know, it would have kind of an exciting scene if they guys got a pro pool player.
Yeah, she was a pool shark.
That's what I thought I was going to see.
Yeah, she walks in there like she's fucking Minnesota Fats.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah. Like, I didn't see
that
coming.
If it happened that way.
But she's able, through her conversation with this young man during the pool game, kind of get him back like a little bit on the right track.
Yeah, he's
Breeze is like, all right,
he seems to lighten up a little bit. Just talking to her.
You know, and then now all this is going on within basically the span of a day. They've only got like 1 or 2 days before this Christmas show. So he comes back, he becomes like project manager, has everybody moving stage things and fucking they're getting ready. The show's about to go on, and you've got one girl that's got butterflies, and MacGyver tells her that, you know, when he was a kid, he used to get nervous. Him and his mom had like a code word, and that code word was ice cream, and that made the butterflies go away. So he gets her to, all right, now I'm going to be in this fucking play.
And that's MacGyver's.
That's a whole other thing.
He's down during the holidays too, because like his mother passed away.
Yes, MacGyver has also lost
time of special spirit. This special time of year.
Yeah.
So now it's a downer for him, which makes sense.
You know, Pete wants everybody. MacGyver's mother had died around that time, and MacGyver blames himself basically.
He wasn't there.
He wasn't there. He was off saving the world.
Yeah.
You know, if I would have been there, I could have got a piece of PCP pipe, or is that how you say it? Or no, it's PVP. I don't know.
PCB.
Yeah, I'm not very good.
It's funny is that like MacGyver's in these
PCP pipe. PCP. You know what this stuff does to kids? Speaking of that, holy shit! Do you know who Father Lafferty was?
He looks like that cop.
I think he's that guy from Trading Places.
It's a possibility.
We're gonna have to look that up. Oh, wow.
You know what this does to kids? You're sick. I think MacGyver, the Phoenix Foundation, I was just thinking, it popped in my head. He'd go to, like, every now and then there'd be a good episode where he's in, like, a foreign country that doesn't necessarily like America or something. I always thought, like, maybe MacGyver was, like, putting new dictatorships in that the CIA, you know, so they can control that country. He's part of that war machine, I think.
I don't know what he really does. I've seen MacGyver do a lot of things.
The Phoenix Foundation doesn't seem to have any power. They have one guy named MacGyver who is a secret agent who
won't kill anybody.
Handy with his hands.
Yeah.
He sticks out like a sore thumb in some other country.
Yeah, because his hair
is like... a white guy with a hockey mullet.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, this is not my favorite episode. My favorite episode is probably got to be the one where he saves the kids. Like the other one.
Didn't save the kids. It takes This is probably the best, like, so bad it's good episode of MacGyver, is he takes more street kids
up into the mountains camping.
And they go, but they're like out camping, not like you'd think if you were doing this, you'd kind of go to like a spot.
Like a KOA kind of.
Yeah, like a normal kind of camping trip. This is like, we're going hiking and 10 miles in and shit. And
like we need a plane to get in and out kind of situation.
Yeah, who the fuck does that?
Yeah. Which is a great episode.
It started off a little easy. It's just really cheesy.
Yeah, actually, if you an episode
we might have to do this episode.
Yeah, but if you want to hear our commentary on it, you can actually check that episode
out.
Oh,
we did do that episode.
We did that episode.
Correct.
We did when we were trying to do MacGyver Mondays.
It was
that was the only episode we did, but I had a lot of fun doing that.
No, well, because that episode was special. It's just like not every movie is cheesy and there's not a lot to say. Not every MacGyver episode is like really, really bad.
Yeah.
Like and with something to say about it. That episode in particular, it was just like, really, really MacGyver, you're making brownies.
Yeah.
In the woods.
That's how you get the kids to love you.
Woods?
Fucking MacGyver.
And the things the kids say are hilarious.
Yeah.
It's so like, oh Lord, some middle-aged white guy wrote what this black kid teenager saying. Sure, he knows what they think.
And like all the like gangster kids are like fucking straight out of a Michael Jackson music video.
Over the top. Like I think there's a white girl, a black kid, and like an Asian kid, or maybe a white kid.
No. It's there's a white guy, a white girl, one black kid, and one like he's Spanish.
Spanish kid. Okay, make sure you get all
because
he's in all the ethnic groups.
He's in a gang. They think whatever.
They're rival gangs.
Yeah. Remember that there were rival gangs camping together. But really, we should talk about that one another time. Let's get back to this.
We'll go back.
It's Christmas time. That's just a much better episode and easier to talk about.
It is.
We got we were on this ship and we just had to keep sailing. So, all right. So the show goes off very well. They end up getting
a lot of donations.
They're getting a lot of donations. The show's going well. They're still $2,000 short.
Yep. Then she sings.
She's reminded that
there's another show
that she's reminded about how much her husband.
We mean the director.
Yes, the director.
Club,
which
the kids club.
We're too unprepared to fucking write her name.
Well, make sure they know who the fuck are they talking about.
Yeah.
But Cynthia, I think her name is.
Cynthia Reese. That's her name, right? Cynthia Reese.
I know it's Cynthia.
Yeah. So she comes out and she sings her tradition. Every year she sings the same song.
And she's like,
she brings the fucking house down.
Like, what are you doing here, lady?
Yeah. Jesus Christ, lady. Motown should be fucking knocking on her door.
So? With the kids singing in the background.
She should at least be in the Velveeta commercial with the rest of the Temptations.
Velveeta commercial. Cheese, cheese.
Or is it the Four Tops? Not sure. Okay. So, all right. Now,
and behold,
yes,
Breeze goes into the office and finds the exact amount that they need.
$2,700
is laying on the table and 73 cents,
yeah.
Whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. So they find it, and you kind of think, all right, is this how the episode's going to end? Because as this is going on, what ends up happening is like while she's singing, Carol, the homeless woman, starts wheeling her card out.
Yes.
So it's implied, and at the end you find out that she's basically the one that left the money.
Squeak.
Yeah.
But
So she's the one that leaves the money. She disappears, like, and you're led to believe, like, all right, this might be the end of the episode. But then we come back from our commercial break, and it's a new day, and MacGyver and Pete have now shown up at St. Mary's.
Church,
Father Lafferty's
and
there.
Still can't find
the statue. But then a kid comes wheeling in on his radio flyer wagon.
And it's got the same exact squeak.
Yes.
From the beginning of the episode.
And they're like, hey, kid, did you steal this thing? And he says, no, I told her that if I got this for Christmas, that I would, like, take her for a ride. And I woke up this morning, she was waiting for me.
In the wagon.
Yeah. Now, while this is also going on, the other guy that was pissed off at the beginning of the episode that left the church.
That carved the Madonna.
Yeah. He comes back with a carving of the baby.
How pissed off can you be at the church that you didn't even finish the carving? Like, he had this, like...
He just didn't give it to him.
But
20 years didn't give it to him.
Yes, I'm saying. Like, I'm mad, and he told him he's going to do this and the baby.
So he came to give them the baby Jesus after he remembered that Christmas is all about love and everything. And when he gets there, that's when the kid comes in with the radio flyer. They put the fucking statue back in its place, and then he goes to put the baby in the statue's hand where it belongs. And as he's doing it, he notices that the statue has an
there's damage.
There's damage to the statue's wooden hand,
and that's the same spot where Carol hurt her hand.
Yes,
saying that
and that's your holy shit. This is Christmas moment.
Virgin Mary.
Yes, exactly. She was
all
along. And now, this is so.
Sit, boo boo, sit. Good dog.
Yes.
That's after that. Wow. Thanks a lot, MacGyver.
So
my heart isn't as heavy anymore.
Probably the most outrageous thing they did, I would think, in that whole show was that. The most far-fetched thing ever.
Well, you got, I guess it's not a religious miracle, I guess. It's not. You should be calling it magic.
Yeah, no, you can't call it magic. We're going to lose the South, man.
Does one MacGyver thing.
Yeah.
Where, maybe he fixes something real quick. Maybe in a different MacGyver episode, he fixes the Jeep by putting a scarf as a belt or something.
Yeah.
To get running again.
Love when they do that.
This is what he does in this episode. They can't move. The stage is hard to move. It's heavy. And the kids are just pushing it. So he gets them to lift it up, and he puts a weight under it for a wheel. Yep. They use a lever. Excuse me. They use a lever.
And they have a bunch of weights, and then they can
just wheel it up. Like, oh, holy shit, MacGyver, you're a fucking genius.
Yeah. Pretty cool. But that's it for MacGyver stuff on the episode. That's the only MacGyver thing he does. And it happens so quick.
It's a very pathetic episode.
If you got up to take a piss, you would have missed that.
It's very It's the worst. It might be the worst episode of MacGyver. I've seen most of them.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It's not a good MacGyver episode.
And I like MacGyver.
Yeah.
It's kind of cheesy as always, as it is. The idea was always cool.
Yeah.
Engineering.
I loved MacGyver.
It was interesting.
When I was a kid, man.
Yeah, I used to
watch a lot of
it.
And, if you'd like to see this episode... If you'd like to see this
Murdoch episode.
Murdoch episodes are the best. If you'd like to see this episode, you can watch it on Netflix. And it is season 5, episode 11, The Madonna.
Yeah. And
if you're looking for something Christmassy to watch this year, and you're just sick and death of, you don't want to watch Frosty anymore. You've seen it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Watch the MacGyver Christmas episode.
A little nostalgia. There's a little 80s kind of crappy sitcom and shows.
Yeah.
Why not check it out?
Yeah.
I mean, I like to check out Give Me a Break Christmas sometimes. I watch
maybe next year.
Shows. Maybe we do Give Me a Break.
Yeah. But this is a pretty decent Christmas, something different. It's just a different.
It's different. Yeah. It's very, the same cliches. It's honestly, if you want to watch it, it's more.
You watch it just say, hey, I want to see the MacGyver Christmas episode.
If you like this kind of shit. I like crappy kind of shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
That's why
it's over here.
Yeah, basically. I mean, if you haven't noticed yet by the past...
I'm not saying you should watch the whole thing, but... Yeah.
This is episode 9.
You could give it a run.
So, we've watched...
It's very out of its element, though.
Yeah, it's completely different.
This is episode 9?
The ones that we've... Yeah, because last week was episode 8. So this is 9, and we're actually doing something really different because we're recording now. We might be doing another one tomorrow to try to...
Oh, they don't need to know that.
Well...
Doesn't really matter, I guess, either.
Yeah.
We'll tell you, we're breaking the fourth wall here.
Yeah. We don't even know if anybody listens this far in.
No, I sometimes I think that just no one does.
No.
They click on it by accident.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I was
what the fuck? Oh, no.
I was looking for Power Ranger stuff.
I was looking for boobs on YouTube.
Yeah. And I found these fucking guys.
2 boobs. There you
go. And so that's it. That's MacGyver Christmas.
Oh, and I don't think we mentioned it last week, but I'm pretty sure Youngblood is on YouTube for free. I checked it out. Yes, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd recommend somebody checking that out.
That's a fine movie to watch. You don't know what you don't got a free movie. You know, you're on a road trip, and you're in the back seat. Put that on.
But this isn't the end of the episode.
No, we're not.
We got more presents for you to open. Because Star Wars Rouge One.
Star Wars
came out this week. We went to see it. Opening night.
Yeah, it was. Plenty of seats available.
Plenty. Yeah, really weird. That was weird.
That's what happened to Force Awakens too, though.
Yeah, well, now
it's not as big of a thing in the wintertime. I think that's because it's the winter.
Well, it's cold.
And
it's still school night. They're not doing the midnights that much anymore.
No, they just do like 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. So I think that's why it thins out. It's not one showing and
it's easier. You know, you don't get instead of just one showing on Thursday night, you get 3.
Yeah, and then how do you get kids that go to high school to work? Fucking the midnight show of a, you know?
Yeah, you do it. You make sacrifices.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, it wasn't that packed. At least for our show, we went to the 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm. So maybe that probably there was 40 people in there, something like that.
Yeah, it was plenty of seats available, probably.
Yeah, we didn't have
I'm sure the theater held
trouble getting
100 or so. Yeah, I'm sure there was about 40 or 50 people there.
But definitely not a nice addition to the Star Wars
I like it,
movie universe.
It's, it's like basically a little subplot. It's a standalone, but I guess it sets up. It's still it's a little like, if you watched obviously in A New Hope, where they see how they stole the the plans for the Death Star, and we lost many people in this endeavor, and like, that sounds interesting, because you never see the rebellion. It's get to see the rebellion fight again, other than the Return of the Jedi. There was a battle scene.
Yeah.
That and what they sent, they only sent a few fighters down in A New Hope to blow up the Death Star, and now you get to see like a whole fleet fighting.
You get to see a little bit more.
There's not a lot of interactions like that as many. Yeah. I thought like one of the interesting things is at the end, towards the end of the fleet are fighting, is they got. I'm sure this is not their whole army, but there's a scene where, I don't know, there's probably like 10 or 20 X-Wings. Yeah. And there's fucking like 100, what the hell are they called now? I'm losing my memory here. The ships of the Empire, the little H.
The little ones, or are you talking about the Imperial?
Not the Imperial ships. Like the TIE Fighter. Fighter.
Yeah.
Like 100 come out.
Yeah. They're definitely over.
It was just really cool. It was really cool to see like how they came out. It came all out.
It was nice to see a little bit more of, because you don't really get from the original 3 movies. You're not really seeing too much of the buildup of what's going on. And another thing you don't really see is in the original 3 movies is how powerful Darth Vader actually is. You kind of you get a concept of it, but you don't really get he's not doing anything fucking crazy. I mean, the whole time they're throwing out the idea that this guy can fucking basically crush fucking anything he wants. But you don't really get to see a whole lot of it. Now You
want to start from the beginning?
I don't know how to approach this because
you want to do
we're also going off of one viewing.
Yes.
So I'm trying to
bear with us.
Yeah.
You want to do non-spoilers first, and then kind of do.
Well, if we do non-spoilers, what are we gonna do? Just tell people to go see it.
It's worth seeing.
Yeah.
I suppose, and it's worth seeing.
Yeah.
If you're a Star Wars fan, you're gonna see it.
Yeah.
Even if you've been burned, you're gonna see it. It was good. It was a solid movie. Particularly, I didn't love the first half.
Yeah.
I liked the second half better.
Yeah.
It was kind of slow.
I thought it dragged
in
the
beginning.
beginning.
They jump to planets real quick. There's like within somewhere around like a 25-minute mark.
Yeah.
They jump to like 6 planets real fast, like 4.
Yeah, that I didn't like. I didn't like that.
We're bang here.
They jumped around so much that I couldn't remember where they were.
Yeah.
You know, that's like, and I think that actually that right there kind of sets the tone for how the whole movie felt, because I don't remember those planets, like I don't remember anybody's fucking name in the movie.
This movie, as we said, we like it, but it's not as memorable.
No, I'm gonna have to watch this a lot. I can still name to get
Force Awakens. You know, it's Rey.
Yeah,
it's Finn.
You can name those.
I can name these people.
But these people, I mean, I had to write some of them down.
It's Jen. It sounds like Jen.
Jyn.
It's J-Y-N. So it's like
Jyn Erso.
Quick. Jyn Erso. And the other ones, I know it was K-19.
The C-3PO like the droid character is K-2SO.
2SO.
K-2SO.
Okay. But like the other ones, I like you got the blind swordsman, his buddy who's got the big gun, and then you got the other guy who's like the leader of the ship, who's like
Cassian,
yeah. But I don't remember their name. Couldn't remember their names.
No.
They said Jyn. They said her name. Felicity Jones is the actress. They said her name a lot. I remember. That's the only one that I remember.
Well, excuse me, her.
That's what I mean. It wasn't as memorable.
Her and like a planet characters had similar names, and I was getting confused by that.
It threw me off a little bit. They said the planet's name a few times. I'm like, what?
Now, so I think in terms of like you're relating to the character, I mean maybe they did it that way because they were like, oh, listen, we can't let people get too attached to these guys because they're not. This is it.
Yeah, you know? I mean, you could figure it out. I figured before the movie was like, I don't think anyone, you know.
You kind of have to take that. Like
I thought so because
I'm watching the movie and I'm thinking like, how are they going to answer to the fact that you're never going to see these fucking people again? And then as you go.
I don't know how you couldn't figure it out. And going in the movie, I was pretty sure 90% of people were going to die. Well, if not everybody.
But to do that is very un-Star Wars-like, because they like to cash in on characters.
Yeah, but this is a one and done. Just story-wise. You think, like, then the only way you're going to have this character, he's going to be 20 years old in Star Wars 8. Yeah. You're going to reuse him again. Or you're going to make a movie between Empire and Return of the Jedi.
I didn't know if they were going to go that route.
I don't know. Here's the thing. It's a standalone movie, but I was kind of hoping for a standalone movie that had nothing to do with the main movies at all.
Yeah.
Well,
they do have movies like that.
Oh, the Ewok Adventure?
Yes.
Why did he fucking make those?
He didn't make them.
But what? He let someone make them.
Yeah, but he didn't direct it. You know.
But how does he let someone make them? Why? That's the thing. Why didn't he make a Star Wars movie in the late 80s or 90s then? Like something.
He's too busy fucking growing his neck out.
An asshole. He's a fucking he's a genius, but he's an asshole. But
I mean, I can bring the Battle of Endor over if you want to fucking watch it.
I tried watching those. I couldn't even get through like 20 minutes.
Was it the
little girl
Courage Caravan or some shit like that? I liked them when I was a kid.
I haven't seen.
When I was small,
I can't comment. I haven't seen them, but I remember trying to watch it, and I was like, "This is garbage."
They're not on the same.
Trust me, that's what I'm saying. No. If they were good, you'd know all about them. If they were even kind of good.
Yeah. And you know what? I mean, I'm sure Disney is going to go that route again. They might push something out like that.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to get like a Star Wars movie every year now.
Yeah.
So you got Star Wars 8 coming out next December, and then you got the Han Solo movie coming out December after that.
Yeah.
Eventually, after they finish this story arc with the Skywalkers, pretty much, you think they're gonna go back and just start a whole story of different Jedi?
I think as long as people are still buying tickets, yeah, they'll
Because I can see that. Like you go back, like Yoda will get a movie. I can see Yoda getting a standalone movie, and then they go, let's not make it a standalone movie, and he'll have his own little saga, but 600 years ago.
Yeah, but that would be. That's not a bad idea though, because his character is like, you know, because there's so much you can do with him.
You start out with his origin story, I guess, and then you don't make him. He doesn't necessarily have to be the main character, but he's in it.
Yeah.
And then start
you can do a lot with him.
They are going to cash in they're not just gonna make these 3. They're gonna make. If I can't see them making another 3 still following these. I think it's 9 movies. Yeah. If they make, like I said, if they make another trilogy, it will be some different people, another time, either way in the future or way in the past. And how many? But Yoda's the only one who's really old. Like, I guess you could put the Emperor in there. But people love to hear about some Sith Lord and shit. People want to know, you know what I mean? Especially, you know, they don't care. I mean, there's lots of characters from the books that I guess aren't canon anymore. Yeah. That they've taken characteristics of them and made into new characters, but it's like, oh, that's, you know what I mean? Like, this is a new character, but he's just like that guy, like Snoke. I can't remember the guy's name, but they say he's just like this other Sith leader from a book. Yeah. Like everything matches, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's
That's where they're gonna do. We're gonna get into Star Wars movies till the day you die.
Pretty much.
You're not gonna get
Isn't that awesome though?
20-year gap.
I'm excited.
I think
about
it's
it.
a little saturated after a while.
Yeah.
I am excited.
Oh well,
but it's still cool.
No, I'll agree with. I'll agree there. I'm never going to love these new ones the way I love the original.
Is Max Rebo, the Blue Elephant, gonna get a movie next?
I hope so. Guy's a hell of a flute player, man.
I thought he played the piano. I don't know.
Whatever. How does the song go?
You do it. Okay.
All right.
Not too long.
So, you know what I was thinking we can do? You want to rank these? All these Star Wars movies? We can rank them from worst to best. We don't have to do that right now. I'm just saying, like, by the end of the show.
It's going to be tough.
No, we could do that.
I don't know where to... This is basically it. I can just say right now, without order, but the original 3 or 1, 2, 3, no order, and then it's basically a new. It's the Force Awakens and Rogue One, which one, and then the fucking prequels.
Well, if all right, what's the worst?
I know a lot of people go, Revenge of the Sith. People like that one out of the thing. I still think it's really not that good.
No, actually. All right, so let's do it.
You want to do it now or you want to do it later?
Yeah, we'll just do it. We'll just fucking do it.
Okay, I mean,
we can do this.
This is
we
not
already know what the
word. I've only seen Force Awakens once, and I've only seen Rogue One once. So, this could change.
Yeah, but, all right, let's say the Ewok movies are one movie. In there? Yeah. They're one. There's 2 of them, but we'll count them as one movie.
Well, they're last.
They are automatically in last place.
Last place. Now, we're not counting the Star Wars TV shows, right?
No, that's too much shit.
Some of them are considered canon, but
I know.
No, we're not doing it. We're just doing the movies. Well, all right.
So the Ewok movies, dead last. Hands down the worst. What's next after that? I'm going to go Phantom Menace.
I think it's Clones.
You don't like Clones? I like Clones better than Phantom Menace.
No, I don't.
You like Jar Jar Binks better than Phantom Menace.
The Clone Wars sucked.
All right.
Then you get then they get him seducing Padme, and it's just so cringy.
Yeah, I guess.
And at least in Phantom Menace, the lightsaber fight was cool. The music is really really good.
Yeah.
But I don't like that one. I mean, Phantom Menace is next.
All right, so we've got Ewok movies, Clone Wars, Phantom Menace. Okay. Then I think you got to go Revenge of the Sith. Because you know what? I used to.
That one was close, and they still missed.
It's the best out of the 3.
But it's still not. But I still don't think it's as good as the other. You know what I mean? It's still a Star Wars movie, but it just fucking missed.
You know what? He's so fucking whiny in the movie that I just can't.
I just wish they went a different route.
I wish they went with a different actor and a different route to get.
And when I mean different route, I mean I wish he kind of just get rid of Phantom Menace and have him start out at like already training. Do something brief real quick where he came from, like a slave child, whatever, and just. So I want to see him be Darth Vader in the movie longer, maybe the whole Revenge of the Sith, he's like Darth Vader, and then maybe part of the second one, he was he turned or something at the end of the second one, but You know what I mean?
No, it was that would have
instead of just.
I just didn't enjoy watching his progression into Darth Vader. It was more annoying than anything else.
Like, I would have rather see him before he gets all fucked up by Obi-Wan as Darth Vader in like a whole fucking movie.
Yeah, it just.
That's why
the original three. Just,
I don't have the ideas to write this shit, but I just think that idea in general, if they could have went off that and done more and figured out how to do that, I think that would have been a lot cooler. That's because people wanted to see Darth Vader. They wanted to see him fucking like.
The best part of Revenge of the Sith is when they put the helmet on.
Kind of the cool part, is in the TV shows. Obviously they have more time. There's a lot more character development and stuff. But that's what I'm saying. That's what it's missing. I wanted to see him before he gets fucked up, but have like a whole movie where he's him.
Yeah.
Like he'll end up getting he'll get up. Darth Vader will end up getting a fucking movie.
Well, I'll see how he can't. I mean,
people love that.
It's your most bankable product.
He has 2 scenes in Rogue One. I know we're doing this list, but real quick. But the final scene's in. Everyone fucking loves it. It's fucking great. I'll just say that because we'll spoil it later. So anyway, that's just my little thing on that. But yeah, Revenge of the Sith is that, and then shit, man, it's between Force Awakens and Rogue One now.
You know what? I almost want to go Force Awakens.
I gotta go.
No, I almost want to go Rogue One.
I go Rogue One then Force Awakens
because
it's just a better movie. I can watch the whole movie and like it. I really didn't. I mean, again, it was on one showing. Even though Force Awakens leans hard on New Hope, it's a lot of what happens is very similar. It's a better movie. I enjoyed it more. I should say it's better. It might change because I have only seen both of them once, but I just enjoyed. So it's Rogue One.
Then what do you go for?
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say.
I know people are putting it ahead of Jedi, but
some people are really pissed that Force Awakens takes so much from A New Hope.
It does.
It does. I get it, but they rhyme.
It was you know what it was? It was just like it was fan service. Like
there was both of Rogue One and this one are a lot of fan service. There's ton.
The little touches of Rogue One are the best parts.
Well, there's Force Awakens has there's that character. You're gonna see Chewie again, and you get to see this guy again.
But this one's got the subtle characters.
This is the best. Oh, who else we got left?
But they do a really good job.
Funny, though. Like. Remember that guy who was like, remember the Ewok, remember the guy who sold the robots to Luke?
Yeah.
Like, well, put him in a movie.
It's kind of
and he's not in the movie. I just
saying. But that's, I have the death sentence on 10, we're wanted men.
We're wanted men.
Shit like that. So, alright, so we got Rogue One, Force Awakens, then what do you, obviously... Return of the Jedi?
Yeah. I like Return a lot when I was a kid.
I did too.
I think Return was my favorite when I was a kid, and
love the beginning of the
taste. Movie. Yeah, the beginning is great.
Yeah.
The beginning is real. If we were to do parts, just like scenes at the park, the beginning of the movie might be the best.
I love it.
But so
now
it's the New Hope and versus Empire.
Now I think universally Empire's number one.
The better movie.
No, that doesn't take anything away from me too. Me too.
It is
personally
because it can just end. New Hope can end, and you're still satisfied.
Yeah. And Empire's just a really, really, really good follow-up. Just can't make a better sequel.
You know what? I'm gonna go with New Hope. I like New Hope.
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah. Me too.
Empire, just because.
I know this is blasphemy, but.
I don't know. I'll just go just because I don't know. I really it's not a clear. Like maybe one day, the Empire's better.
I don't argue with people over it. If somebody says they like Empire, I don't know.
All right,
that's
cool.
fine. Let's talk about that movie for
Jedi,
an hour.
you like teddy bears? Okay, but whatever, dude.
So, all right, last place, the Ewok movies, then followed by Clone Wars.
Which is the Ewok movies?
Yes.
No one does the Ewok movies.
Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One, Force Awakens, Return of the Jedi, Empire, and A New Hope. It's our own personal list.
Yeah, quick personal list.
But just going back to Rogue One. It was the little touches that I really enjoyed. I really liked the end. I loved how it
Are we gonna do spoilers now?
I think we already gave spoilers
away.
We'll
give a little bit. Well, if we cut it up, we could start here, I guess.
Yeah, I really like how it just led up to basically the beginning of A New Hope.
That was the coolest shit.
Yeah.
That I liked.
Yeah.
The last 10 minutes is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I gotta say, it was really fucking cool. I didn't think it was gonna go right into it like that. No, they basically shot another scene for A New Hope.
Yeah.
Like, if I watch A New Hope now, I want that 10 minutes to watch it ahead of it.
I want that on a new special edition.
Yeah, I want to watch that 10 minutes. I don't need to see the whole world going. Just give me those 10 minutes real quick, and then start New Hope. Yeah. That's what I want to see.
They just did really amazing shit like with that movie. The CGI on Princess Leia is fucking amazing.
I thought it looked good. If you look perfect.
Yeah. Now I know some people say like it still looks fake, but come on.
Well, do you want her in the movie or not?
Jesus Christ, we're in space. Doesn't matter.
Like, look, this is the best we can do.
If anything, I thought some things looked too good.
It didn't take me out of the movie.
Yeah, no.
Like, big other spoiler, Governor Tarkin.
Yeah, who was awesome.
Who I thought is, Peter Cushing, great Peter Cushing.
You may fire when ready.
A lot of he has more screen time in this maybe than A New Hope.
Yeah.
I've read on here that a lot of people didn't like the way he looked.
I was fine with it.
Listen, man, like
he's dead.
It didn't take me out of the movie. I'd rather him be in the movie than not. It didn't, you know what I mean? It was fine.
Impossible to do.
It looked fine to me.
Yeah.
It was passable.
It wasn't like,
God, it looked like shit. You know what looked like shit?
Back to the Future 2, when they replaced Crispin Glover?
Even worse.
Okay.
And this is going way off the fucking spectrum here, but in The Sopranos, when his mom dies, and they just take old dialogue she said, and they plaster her face on like her body, but it's like an old cut. It looks like shit.
Yeah.
I remember looking at her, what? It looks terrible. I understand what they're doing. They kind of just got to get a scene real quick to kind of end things with it, but it's so fucking bad. It's what she says back to him has no context, but she didn't look. It looked weird.
Yeah.
Back to Star Wars. This didn't look anything like that.
No, they did a really good job with the CGI.
I gotta say.
And I really liked.
People had problems with Tarkin's voice. I've heard.
Well, if we're gonna get on sound, I had a lot of issues with the sound.
I didn't like the music in Rogue One as much.
No,
especially
the music
beginning
sounded off.
With they did a little different Star Wars music for when the main title comes up. It wasn't that traditional.
Oh, you know what?
And it was a little. They changed a couple chords like a little bit, and it was a little. It sounded like Star Wars music. It was almost like someone did a sound alike.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I didn't care for it.
It sounded a bit off, but I thought Darth Vader's voice sounded off. You
still had some of the traditional music within the movie.
But yeah, I thought Darth Vader's voice sounded a little off.
He's the man. He's an old man. But he's not going to sound exactly the same.
It's just like, but when you're like this into Star Wars, you're going to notice these things.
Well, they don't have they can get
a voice synthesizer
or an actor who can just do a good impression.
No, I wanted James Earl Jones to do it, but I just
not even for him, but even Governor Tarkin, I'm sure someone can sound like Peter Cushing.
Oh yeah, how can you not? I mean, there's guys out there. That's what they do. You could have got fucking Sour Shoes to do it. You probably could have done it.
There's a few people I think who could. Anyway, I don't know whether they had an actor pretend to do his voice like an impression, and the guy just wasn't that good, or they use synthesizers to do voices and just fake it. I mean, I can get something to make me sound like a robot. When I talk into it,
that thing from
Scream. They make me sound like Darth Vader? I know they got that helmet you could put on.
Yeah, right.
This is not the same.
But yeah,
I can sound like Optimus Prime with my helmet on. Toy.
What did you think that they? What did you think about the movie not opening up with the scrolling?
No, that's fine because it's not the main story. So they wanted to change it up.
I guess they didn't need to tell a backstory for this because we already.
I mean, they could have, and I think people have been fine with it, and they didn't, and people seem to be fine with it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting one though.
Yeah.
I didn't. I wasn't privy to information.
I guess it didn't. Well, I tried with this movie, and I kind of do this with a lot of movies now. I try not to actually read too much about it. I kind of want to enjoy it.
I didn't read shit about it either.
You know, like I know people that go crazy trying to find everything they can.
As soon as it was over, I looked into everything because I know for Force Awakens there's like a book.
Yeah.
And not just there's like a novel book where it kind of fills in some gaps.
Yeah.
And there's also like books detailing like ships in the movie and different things. Like, and there was a book for this, and it has the pictures and detailing of Darth Vader in that container he's in. Mm-hmm. He's in like a glass container that Luke was in when he's recovering with like a mask, something similar to that.
Yeah.
And as a detail that Darth Vader has a castle, which is really cool. I think that was in some of the stories, some of the novels that he had a castle. But like stuff like that. So all that is just really nice, fill in the gap stuff. Like Die Hard fans want to know. I'm on the cusp of Die Hard fan. I like kind of reading about that stuff online, but I'm not gonna buy like extra stuff to read about it.
Star Wars is just the movie that we.
Yeah, I kind of like reading like summaries of what the books are about, just to get your mind racing. It's interesting.
Listen, I used to work with this guy, who, 400 pounds overweight kind of guy that walked around with this fucking book, this fucking thick, of Star Wars fanfic or whatever it was, the other shit, like just the other offshoots of Star Wars, like all the stuff people are writing about it and everything.
Yeah.
And he played like that game, that PC game that was huge in like the early 2000s, where like fucking the extended universe and everything.
Yeah.
And like I just couldn't. And then the cartoon came out later on, and I couldn't get into all that.
I'm not that into it. I watched a little bit of the cartoon, but I kind of fell off. Some of it was actually really cool.
I know it's good, but it's just like I'm just into the movies themselves and a couple of the games.
Yeah. I mean, eventually there will be a Star Wars live-action television show, probably. Yeah. I know it was promised a long time ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 8 years ago. I remember talking about it, and never. I think probably budget constraints. It's difficult. I could see it looking like crap.
Yeah, and I think that's what the problem is. Because I know when George Lucas was doing it, he didn't want it to look like shit.
No, because otherwise, I don't see how they can't make like 8 to 10 episodes and put money into it,
like a miniseries,
and just and not have to, you know what I mean? Because
do it on Netflix.
Not have like 20 episodes like Star Trek or some shit a season, where it's like that's a lot of money to make 20 episodes.
Yeah, but I mean, I enjoyed the movie. It's I'm not doing what everybody else is doing and calling it like the second best Star Wars movie.
No, it's good. It's not a bad movie at all. I wouldn't. Star Wars wise, it's. I felt like I said, the beginning was like a little. It went quick.
Yeah.
And then it would like stall, and because they meet the blind samurai guy and his friend very quickly, and then all of a sudden they're just we're going with them. I'm like, oh, okay.
It was cool like that he was like the one character, because you knew that somebody in the movie was probably gonna have some type of Force Jedi connection.
Here's the thing about that. I'm sure there's a whole backstory on this guy, but here's just what I thought because he has this mantra. He goes, what is it? The Force is with me. I am the Force, and the Force is with me. He repeats it. And I almost feel like he was like, I'm probably way wrong. Tell us about it, because I'm sure someone knows his whole backstory. But I almost feel like he was like training as a child. Padawan. And like the whole Return of the Sith happened, Revenge of the Sith, and then he stopped training. Because it sounds like a very simple thing to keep saying, like almost something you have your students say to focus.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like. That was really stupid. Like he's saying that.
I didn't enjoy the mantra part.
I was almost hoping he'd say something.
But I enjoyed everything else about him, the exception of that.
That's what I feel like. I feel like he was only partially trained Jedi, and he got left.
Yeah.
I feel like that kind of happened to him. That's what I get the feeling, because
maybe Anakin did that to his eyes or something.
Yeah, right.
Now here's what happened. He was in a Slumdog Millionaire situation. And they took his eyes out and made him sing on the street.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Awful.
Then he got back and, slashed the guy's throat.
Yeah.
So he learned how to do karate.
Yeah. So that's
magic karate. That's what we call the Jedi Knights.
Magic karate.
They know magic karate.
Karate magic. They're the people behind Kung Fu Hustle.
Another thing I didn't like was, and I think it had an opportunity to make the character more memorable, is, what's his name?
Which one are we looking at here?
Cassian.
Oh, yeah.
He has to kill Jin's father. He has orders to do it.
Yeah.
Not extract him like they told her. And he's got like a sniper rifle, and they're on the planet, and he sees him, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, we just happened to see him. Anyway, he doesn't take the shot because he's starting to feel bad, I guess. Meanwhile, 20 minutes ago, he's getting information from some kind of pilot or something, or someone who's on the ship, and they get interrupted by stormtroopers. He kills them, and the guy's got a busted arm. He's gonna climb out like this alley, and he just kills him.
Yeah.
Like that, because this is the rebellion. This information has to get. We need this information, and I can't get caught.
Yeah.
And no one else can get caught. They need to. This guy needs to die right here because they'll torture him to death, get him, get more stuff at him, whatever. Nothing. Kills him.
Yeah.
And he escapes. And then he gets orders to do this, and he's fucking hesitant.
I know. The only thing I can think of to justify it is that he maybe somewhat believes her story.
Oh, yeah, because there's no reason to kill him then.
Yeah.
There's really no reason to kill him anyway. I would have liked that he was just full on, I'm going to do this, and someone gets in the way when he shoots, and he misses, and then X-Wings come in and kind of bomb in place. Yeah. And then he just lies to her and like, I never took the shot.
Yeah.
Just say it, because she doesn't need to know. It doesn't matter.
These movies,
because she would have known.
I also like how there was like a small undertone of possibly some type of like a love interest thing going on here. Like,
but it didn't come to fruition.
No, it didn't. It doesn't. And I liked how they tied up all the loose ends. Like, how are these people going to fucking... we're never going to see these people again. How are they going to do this?
I would have loved that he did that and he would have had more of a Han Solo cold-bloodedness to him.
Yeah.
You already see him just kill this guy who's on his side, but he has to because we can't get caught. I would have liked that cold-bloodedness.
He needed that scruffy-looking nerf herder.
And then, throughout the movie, he softens up to her, and they're all her and the robot. The robot doesn't trust her either. Another stupid kind of thing when she hands him the gun. I didn't like. And it's like, oh, that's surprising. I'm like, why didn't he have a gun anyway?
Which character?
The android.
They didn't want to give him a gun.
K2SO. Yeah, why not?
I don't know, because he's a defective. He's a reprogrammed Imperial droid. So maybe they thought that they would get a hold of him, and I don't know.
I thought there's no reason. There's no reason
of loose ends
I didn't think he had no reason for not have a gun.
Maybe
even
they thought
a secret gun come out of his wrist.
Maybe they thought that he's. It's funny how the droids are so fucking logical, and they're always throwing out statistics.
He's like C3PO.
Yeah.
But he's at the same time he says whatever he wants, and like every time he was gonna talk. After someone said something kind of smart to him, you knew he was going to say a joke.
Yeah. Well, you got to have a little humor in a Star Wars movie.
You knew he was going to say something funny, or at least attempt. But
C-3PO and R2 are basically Abbott and Costello.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Laurel and Hardy?
Really. Yeah.
I like Laurel and Hardy better.
R2's the fat guy, apparently.
Yeah.
You like Laurel and Hardy better? You like the little hat that he fucking
wears?
I
like the comparison. I like March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Yeah. I wish they would have had more of a Marx Brother vibe to the movie. Like one character's like, ah.
Yeah. But, okay.
Yeah. And that's that's pretty much it. I don't want to get too into it. Like, I'd like to revisit it
the last
when it comes
10 minutes was really fucking
I'm going to see it again.
I can't say it enough.
Yeah. I'm going to see it again. I'm hoping to,
see more shit.
Yeah.
Some of the Easter eggs, like we kind of mentioned the two goons from the cantina in A New Hope when one guy gets his arm slopped off. They're in it briefly, like they bump into him. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was good.
The guy with like the
butt
face. We're wanted. I love that. I love when he says that. I wanted. With the butt face.
Yeah. But it's
Walrus Man and
Star
Pig
Wars,
Face. I love his name. His name's like Panda Tapa or.
Yeah.
Like I gave him a name where everyone just called him Walrus Man because everyone had a name. There was a point where not everyone had a name, and Lucas just fucking names everybody.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Panda Papa.
Pigman. He's Pigman.
Well, I think his name is like. He actually has a name too. It's like Cornelius.
I can't fucking remember all these guys' names.
That's what I'm saying. Well, when you make toys and you release every fucking person who is like, even in the background,
yeah,
it's fucking ridiculous.
It's insane. Oh god. All right, what else we got? Do we have anything else? We're coming up on. We are at an hour exactly right now.
Oh my god, my computer.
Nothing.
I think that's about it.
Yep. All right, so there you are.
Go see the movie.
See the movie, and if you get a chance, check out the. Go into your local Best Buy and demo the PlayStation VR and try out the Star Wars shit because it's fucking amazing.
Panda Baba.
All right.
That's his name.
Panda Baba. All right, everybody. So I guess Merry Christmas and may the Force be with you.
And Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And watch MacGyver.
Go get on Netflix. Watch MacGyver.
Yeah.
Give it a look.
If you're gonna do anything this Christmas, watch MacGyver.
Watch MacGyver Christmas.
Give your kids the gift of MacGyver. Okay? That it? That's all we got.
You think MacGyver, the presents he gave the kids was like duct tape?
No, I guarantee you he went to like one of those like fucking toy stores full of shit that people like somebody Connects. Like make your own electricity, one of those stores.
Kids really love that shit.
Paint by number dinosaur, shit like that.
All right, that's it. Rubik's cubes.
All right. Remember, if you've seen a bad movie, we're ready to believe you. It's really hard to get my voice to do that.
You're cracking. It's like a ghost.
Oh, man.
All right. Good night.
You may fire when ready. He doesn't like you. I'm sorry.
I don't like you either. You just watch yourself. We're wanted men. I have the death sentence on 12 systems.
I'll be careful.
You'll be dead.